let's get real. I'm Ashleydawn, and I want to get real with you. I like to share pieces of my life so that you feel less alone. I get very vulnerable and I get very real, and sometimes that's great, and sometimes it hopefully blesses you. I'm just a real girl in love with Jesus, trying to navigate my way through life, and I hope by me sharing in a vulnerable way that it encourages you and inspires you to share your testimony, to share your journey, and to walk closer with Jesus. So hi, if you've never met me, nice to meet you. And I was just holding a bunch of stuff and dropped a bunch of stuff, and then I'm like, you know what? I need to get real about that. I need to share a post. Because in life, oftentimes we have so much in our hands. We're juggling life, and we're juggling work, and maybe a relationship, and maybe kids, maybe a company, you name it. Insert thing that you are doing now. Insert how many things are on your schedule now. I had a backpack on, my purse, a coffee, and then 3 of these little baskets for an event that I'm getting ready to go to. And I was holding it all, and I was like kind of patting myself on the back, and they say pride comes before the fall. And I was like, look how much I'm carrying, and I'm opening a door, and I'm walking around with all this stuff, until I got to my truck, and until I unlocked the door and tried to put everything inside the truck one-handed. I dropped an entire basket full of stuff. Now, there's a lesson in that. And the lesson is sometimes you're carrying too much and you need to drop it and you need to put it down. Sometimes you're doing too much. Sometimes you're too proud of yourself. And you're like, look at me, look at all that I'm doing, right? How many of us, if we're being honest, wear busy as a badge of honor? I have multiple times. People say, oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm good, I'm busy. As if it's a good thing. It's not a good thing to not have margin in your schedule so that God can move, so that God can surprise you. That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing not to have margin, to be constantly running from thing to thing and juggling a whole bunch of stuff and having stuff in your hands and not being able to carry it all. That's not a good thing. Because here's the worst part about that. The more stuff that's in your hands, the more stuff that you're carrying, the less you can receive. When I was walking around and I have my backpack on and my purse and I'm holding a coffee and I have baskets, if somebody wanted to bless me and somebody wanted to give me something, maybe it's an ice cold glass of water, maybe it's soda. I love Coca-Cola, RC Cola, Dr. Pepper, root beer, any dark colored soda I just love. But if somebody wanted to give me a nice glass of it, I couldn't hold it. I'd have to put something down. If somebody wanted to give me $1 million, I couldn't hold it. I would have to put something down. Sometimes we're praying that God will give us something, but we haven't put anything down and we haven't prepared to receive that something. Steve Harvey has a video, and if you Google it, you could probably find it. And he talks about boy, I think it was him, I think he was talking about himself, wanting a car. And I guess he told his mom, like, I'm gonna get me a car, I'm gonna get a brand new car. And he had an old car in the driveway on blocks, and he told his mom, and she said okay. And he kept telling her, and I think one day, I may be getting the story wrong, so check it, but I think one day she told him, you ain't getting no car, you can't get a new car when you got your old one in the driveway. And so something clicked in his head, and he said, you know what, I need to get rid of that old car. So he had somebody come and pick the old car up and get rid of it out of the driveway, and then sure enough, he got a new car. You can't receive something new unless you get rid of the old. And my mom has said this a million times to me, my dad too, especially with clothes. I love clothes. I love dressing cute, and hats and boots and buckles and jewelry and all the things. And my mom would always say, one in, one out. If you get a new pair of boots, you need to get rid of a pair of boots. If you get a new pair of jeans, you need to get rid of a pair, because you got to make room. Your closet is not unending. I know, because I need a pole barn for a closet. And she would tell me, one in, one out. If you get something new, you need to get rid of something old. And when I was little, we would donate it, like toys. If I got a new toy, I got rid of a toy. I would donate it to the children's charity or abused women's home. One in, one out. If you want God to bless you, which all of us do, if you are praying for something, if you are wanting something, you have to get rid of something before you can receive that something new. If you want a relationship, sometimes you got to take things off your plate. Somebody was telling me the other day, Ashleydawn, you do a lot of videos and you talk a lot about, you say that you're ready for a relationship. You've been single for 10 years and you say that you're ready for a relationship. You're busy. And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, well, you're going to have to clear your schedule if you want to start dating. And so I have. I've started taking like 2 evenings off a week because I used to work every night, every weekend, and that's by my own choice. My boss does not make me do that. I choose to do that because I tend to be a workaholic. I love my job. I love the company that I represent. I have an amazing team I'm very grateful for. And those of you who know me know that because I talk about them all the time. I'm so proud of where I work, and I'm so grateful that God has placed me where He has. And I can't say enough good things about the team that I'm a part of. And I have kind of stepped back a little bit to allow margin for if somebody asks me out to dinner, or if somebody plans a concert and wants me to go with them, or if some gentleman comes along and wants to take me out dancing. I do love dancing and two-stepping, and I would like to get better at it. And so I need to create margin and create space so that when that gentleman that I'm praying for comes, I have time to enjoy with him. And so sometimes you gotta put down what's in your hands before God can put something else in it. Sometimes you need to clean out your closet and get rid of all the old clothes that you don't wear anymore and make room for the new clothes that you will be wearing. That's kind of what I'm doing now. I did a huge declutter over 4th of July weekend, and I got rid of a lot of clothes. I love supporting Teen Challenge Ministries, and so I donate a lot to them because I believe in their mission, and I want to see people get redeemed and set free of addictions. And so it makes me feel good to get rid of stuff and to do it with a purpose, something that's going to bless people. And so I like to donate, and I will continue doing that. If I have friends that are in need of something, I go through my closets and I'm like, hey, I saw that you needed this. I saw that you were looking for it. Would you like it? When I have friends that are the same size as me, I'm like, hey, I got these pair of boots. Do you want them? I'm going to donate them, but if you want them, I'll give them to you. I'm so grateful for that, for the opportunity to make room for the new by getting rid of the old, by taking something out of my hands so I can put something better in them. Not all the time do I get it right. Not all the time do I listen to my mom and dad's advice, but that is one of the things that I have started listening more. One in, one out. If I get something new, I need to get rid of something. If I want to get something new, I need to prepare for it, just like Steve Harvey said. And I will go back to the Bible because I always like to go back to the Bible. It does say multiple times, you have not because you ask not. Your Father knows what you have need of before you ask of it. And He's a good Father. He wants to give you good gifts. But how can He give you good gifts if your hands are full? I honestly think tithing is a perfect example of that. God asks for 10% of the first fruits of your labor. So the first 10 minutes of your day, the first 10% of your finances, the money that you make, the first 10%, which isn't a whole lot if you look at it. And when you donate, give to a church, to a ministry that you believe in, not only does it make you feel good on the inside, it also blesses other people, and it opens your hands to receive the blessing that God has from you. There have been so many times that, and I don't make a ton of money. I make a good living, and I'm grateful that it pays all my bills, and I'm so blessed for that. But There have been so many times where and I'm just being real, I've been like, you know what? I'm not going to tithe this month. I'm not going to tithe this week. I'm going to save that for me. And I can look at my life and be like, man, things have been kind of tight lately. And then I can look at times where I tithed first thing that I got my paycheck, and that's the first thing that I did. And no, it's not, I'm going to bless God so God blesses me. No, it's, I'm going to live in the abundant blessing that God has created me for. Therefore, I am going to be a blessing to others. First of all, it's not your money to begin with. It's God's money. Every single thing in this world is God's. It's not ours. It belongs to God. And so the more that we live in the ebb and flow of keeping our hands open for, whatever's in there and allowing God to take it or to put it, to give and to receive, the more that we do that, the more that we can let go of the control of it. If COVID taught us anything, it's that everything can change in the blink of an instant, but God provided for us. God provided for us during that time. He provided for me. He provided for my family. Maybe we didn't have, filet mignon and lobster every night, but we were provided for. We were taken care of, and I'm grateful for that. Sometimes we have to let go of what's in our hand, and we have to prepare for what God is getting ready to give us. It's a lesson. I hope that if you're listening to this, you're like, I'm writing that down. I need to prepare. I need to prepare my heart. I need to prepare my time. I need to prepare my life for the good things that I'm asking God for. Because like I said, God's a good Father. He has desires to give us good things and blessings, but we got to make room for them. If we're, up to our eyebrows and holding stuff and we got our hands full, even if He wanted to give us something, we couldn't pick it up. We couldn't receive it. And today I learned that. I kid you not, my hands were so full, I dropped half of what I was carrying. If I would have just put it down and opened the door, I wouldn't have dropped it. But sometimes we do too much, we overbook ourselves, we put too much on our plates, and we wear it as a badge of honor. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I know, and people say, oh, you look overwhelmed. I am. That's not a good thing. Create margin in your life. Let God bless you, but first prepare your heart, prepare your life to be blessed. If you want to get new outfits, clean out the old outfits. Get ready. Prepare. So often the Bible talks about preparation and patience. But we want it now. We are a microwave generation. We want to put it in the box and press a number and it come out done. God doesn't work like that. In faith, when we release what's in our hands and we say, God, my hands are open. I've let go of what I was holding on to, and I trust you that if you want to give me X, Y, or Z, I'm trusting your timing that you're going to bring it into my life. Women that have been trying for kids for years. God, I trust you. I'm going to start preparing. I'm going to start taking the vitamins that I need and going to the doctor and getting healthy and eating good foods and exercising. And I'm going to start praying, but I'm also going to start actively pursuing the blessings that I want you to give me. How different would our life be if we actively pursued the blessings that God desires to give us and we prepared for them? And we cleared off our schedule. We made time for Him. I make time for my mom every Monday night. My mom is my best friend in the whole wide world, and that's my best girl. I love you, Mom. I know that you watch every single one of my videos, and you're my biggest fan forever and always. And my baby you'll be. And I'm so grateful. But there was a time in my life where I was so busy, I neglected time with my mom. And it wasn't until God really started speaking to my heart, and my amazing boss was like, hey, I want you to spend more time with your mom, invite her to things with you. I know that you work a lot, bring her along with you. And also I want you to make more time for her, for your vacations. Take your mom with you. And I greatly appreciate having a team that supports me and having a boss that believes in family and how important family is. And it's not just for me, it's for our entire team. And so I cut out Monday night events. I do not do events on Monday nights anymore unless my mom is involved and unless she wants to go. I'm not going to drag her along somewhere she doesn't want to be. Nobody enjoys that. And so my Monday nights are mommy and me nights. And I know one day, I'm so grateful my mom is here. I miss my daddy with all my heart. But I know one day I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look back when I'm 80, 90 years old. And those Monday nights are going to be my greatest treasure on earth. Because I look back to when my dad was alive and the time that I spent with him in his garage, his studio, painting or working on cars or working on motorcycles or just talking, reading the Bible together, watching a movie, watching an old Western. Those moments are some of my greatest treasure on earth. I appreciate the time that I spent with my daddy. And that's all he ever wanted. I'd be like, Daddy, you want to go here? You want to do this? He's like, I just want you to spend time with me, Ash. That's all he wanted, was time with his baby girl. And so now, Mom and I spend time on Monday nights. But I had to make that time. I had to let go. I had to clear my schedule. I had to let go of everything that was in my hands on Monday nights, whether it was work, whether it was dating, whatever it was on Monday nights. I had to take that out and replace it with mom and me time. Maybe there's something in your life that you need to take out, that you need to replace with time with your parents, maybe time with your sister, brother, your best friend. What do you need to let go of so that God can bless you more? What do you need to put down, right? I had all that stuff in my hand, couldn't pick up anything, couldn't open a door. What do you need to put down so that you can pick something better up? What pair of jeans do you need to get rid of so you can get new ones? Start praying and thinking and asking God to help you prepare for the blessings that He's going to give you. Because it says that He will overwhelm you with good things. Every good and perfect gift is from the Father of lights, which is God. And we can know that every good thing that He has for us will come in His timing, but we have to be ready to receive it. The delivery man can bring me gifts all day long. He can bring me packages all day long. But if he comes up to my door and my hands are full, or maybe my mailbox is full, or my porch is full, where's he going to put it? If God wanted to bless you, where would He put it right now? Is your life too full? Are your hands too full? Is your calendar too full? Is your schedule too full? Is your mind too full? Have you ever had, Beatrix, if you're watching this, you'll laugh. Have you ever had a cell phone and you take so many pictures that it pops up all the time? Memory full, memory full. I have my whole life. I just love pictures. I take pictures of everything. I take pictures of grass. I take pictures of feet. I take pictures of food. I take pictures of birds. I don't care. I want to save every moment. And so I take pictures. And my phone always tells me that my memory is full. Well, not now, because I have like a 2 terabyte. I've got like the most storage iPhone offers. But for a while, my memory was always full, and I could never take another picture because my camera roll was already full. Do you know how hard it is to see something beautiful and not be able to take a picture of it because your camera roll is full? And then you have to stop what you're doing to delete the pictures. And then by the time you delete the pictures, that moment is already gone, and that rainbow that was in the sky that you wanted to take a picture of, or that flower, or that bird, or whatever moment that passed by is gone. That stinks. But one of the most amazing things is when your hands aren't full and God can give you a blessing. My friend Beatrix, I sent her all of these pictures, and guess what? I broke her phone, and she had to buy a new one before she could get any more pictures. She's probably laughing watching this. But I just want to encourage you. Clear your schedule, prepare for the blessings as God's getting ready to give you, and know that He has good and perfect plans for you. I love you. You are seen, you are celebrated, and you are loved. Get ready. Prepare for the blessings that God's going to give you. Catch you in the next one.